I'm sweating.
That's okay.
I'll just start all over. It's fine. Let me take another.
Do you want me to look at the camera with you? Or do you want me to look at you?
Do whatever feels right.
Okay.
Hi, welcome back to my corner of the internet. My name is Loretta, and today I have my fiance, Darren, joining me on my channel so we can go ahead and answer some questions. I found some weird questions on Reddit, and if you guys have ever been on Reddit, you know that it's a weird place. So I thought that we could kind of like answer them together and see if this is helpful for anyone, maybe. I don't know, maybe it'll just be entertaining.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, but just to preface, Darren, do you want to tell them how long we've been together and how much you love me so they can take our advice?
Well, we've been together for 3.5, goes almost 4 years now. I love her a lot, a whole lot, enough to ask her to marry me. We've been living together for...
Almost all of that?
Yeah, no. Well, kind of, sort of.
2.5 years.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be here in our home that we bought in about, was it August? Be 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
That's a long time.
It goes by really fast.
Alright, so I have the questions on my phone, so I'm just going to read off of there. Some of them are longer than others, but let's just give it a shot here.
Alright.
Okay, so the first question is cheating or being over dramatic. My boyfriend added his ex on Facebook. Is it wrong for me to ask him to delete her? He's made comments before that if we weren't together, things would be different between them.
Well, okay. Knowing that little tidbit of information at
Right,
the end, that
that
kind
changes
of,
things a
yeah, it
little
really
bit.
does.
Because it's like insinuating that her boyfriend is saying that if he wasn't with her, he would probably still be with her, his ex.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I got from it, yeah. So that's kind of, to me, like...
Not being overdramatic.
No, not at all, because, I mean, he's keeping that channel open
Right.
for at any time that, you know, or whatever time that this current relationship, you know, crashes and burns, that he, you know, he can just go right over here.
Yeah.
Or if he can just choose to cut it off and go right there, so...
Because he's still choosing to stay connected with her in a way, right? That's. I mean, I would be pissed off.
Yeah.
I would definitely
yeah.
ask my boyfriend. I would ask you, like, hey. Luckily, Darren isn't really on Instagram. He doesn't really do the whole social media thing besides Reddit, right? You're on Reddit sometimes.
But I just like memes, so.
Yeah, so he doesn't post or anything like that, so I don't really have to worry about that. I know in the past, like, I've had to worry about that kind of stuff, and when we first started dating, I called him out on, like, I would see him liking other girls' pictures. So, I mean, I have no problem doing that, and I feel like if you really see a future with somebody, you have to be that direct with them and tell them, like, exactly how you're feeling. You can't
yeah, that's really...
other. It's messed up.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
Okay. So, my boyfriend and I have been having a long-term relationship for the past 3 years, so they're long distance,
Okay.
and might still need to live apart from each other next year. I sometimes get sexually frustrated over that, and while still loving him very much and not wanting to break up because I don't see myself dating anyone else, I would like to ask my boyfriend to have an open relationship. I fear me asking would make things awkward between us because he would think it's worthless or that I contemplated cheating on him before. First of all, if you're asking for an open relationship, I think you kind of have contemplated cheating in a way.
Right, yeah.
Like, I don't want to, like, bash whoever wrote this, but I mean, like, I feel like if you're asking to have an open relationship, you definitely already have thought about being with other people.
Definitely.
I think if both people are okay with having an open relationship, that it'll work. But if one person is opposed to it, the relationship, to me, is basically kind of done.
Basically.
Is that too harsh?
No, not at all. I mean, because, I mean, a lot of times I think, especially like in the, like, say, let's bring a third person into the bedroom type thing, like, one person's for it, the other person's just like, if this is what I gotta do.
To stay with the person.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's where a lot of it ends up, because I don't think people, at least nobody I know, and especially not myself, I couldn't do that.
I couldn't do that.
I have
either.
to, you know,
Way too jealous.
it's gotta be one-on-one or none at all for me. So,
yeah.
Yeah, and especially considering, like, if they have to live apart for at least, what, 1 more year, they said? Okay, well, Are they not able to see each other at any point in between there? Can you
That was
not?
not in
Can
the
you
post.
not wait? Like, I mean, a year is a long time, but I mean, if you truly are in love with somebody, like, I mean, find other things to do.
Yeah.
You know.
But if you have, if like, because it sounds like to her, like the main problem is sex. It sounds like to her, like that's what is so difficult for her. So maybe one of her love languages is that,
okay,
you know, physical touch, and she needs that. But
well, then she needs to rethink the situation that she's in. I mean, if that's going to be part of what you need in a relationship, then being okay with having a long-term relationship is probably not the thing for you.
Distance.
Yeah. I guess long-term, long distance is what I meant. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think it could definitely work, but both people have to have that sort of mentality.
Oh, yeah.
Just as monogamous people have to have the mentality of being with one person for the rest of their life. It's the same the other way. Like, you have to be willing to share and open your heart to more than one person at a time for it to work. Okay. So this one's interesting. I don't know if I should stay with my depressed boyfriend. My boyfriend and I have been together for almost 2 years, and we currently live together. He's been depressed for about 1.5 years of our relationship. That's a long time. And it's starting to make me resent him. It sounds terrible, but I've spent so much of my time being there for him, and it's taking a toll on me. It looks like she's currently a student in medical school, and she genuinely doesn't have the time to sit and coddle him in bed all day. I'm also prone to depression, and school has really taken a toll on me. I try to stay positive and upbeat around him, but it's tiring. I still love him, but I feel myself falling out of love with him. I feel like breaking up with him and would push him over the edge, but I'm suffocating. What do I do?
See, I'm a firm believer of, you know, if it's not right for you, go. You know, I understand that it might push him over the edge, but at what point is that not your responsibility? You know, I mean, you can't stick around because somebody can't, you know, pull themselves out of a hole. And not to say that, you know, depression and getting out of it is easy, but I mean, there is a whole other person there. You know, she sounds like she's got a lot going on in her life. She's in medical school. Is that what you said? I mean, there's a whole lot ahead of her in her life, and you know, being stuck to somebody who sounds like they don't even want to get out of bed, that's not the best place for you to be. You know, especially for 3/4 of their relationship has been that way. So
they've been together for 2 years, and
she's really stuck it out. I think her fair share, and you know, if it's not getting any better, at what point is, you know, he need to try?
You can only do so much.
And you know, her leaving him may be, you know, the shock that, you know, tells him to get his shit together. You know, there's always that chance. I don't know what, you know, what side that would be on, but to me that's kind of, you know, sometimes those kind of things need to happen to you. You need a little bit of shock to pull yourself out. It may not be right away, but it may lead you to the road that actually eventually gets you out of it. And at the end of it, you know, you may say, okay, thank you, you did me a favor. But
how do I overcome my insecurities with my boyfriend and his past and current best friend / ex? My boyfriend and I have met through a sex dating app. A sex dating app? Is that like Tinder or whatever? Like, is that what they're referring to? Because, by the way, we met off Tinder. So, Tinder... You should pay for part of our wedding, I feel like. But anyways,
a sex dating app.
Sex dating app? Like,
I don't know. I mean,
any app.
Maybe there's like no, like, because I mean, with Tinder you have this kind of fun song and dance, you know, that a lot of people like to play because that's what they're there for. I have to imagine. But maybe this one's just like,
searching for XYZ.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you put a nude picture of yourself on it so people just know straight from the get-go what you're going for. I don't know. I'm just guessing here.
I don't know either.
That's what I'd want in a sex dating app, I guess, at least.
Wow. Learning new stuff all the time.
Right. I mean, you don't go buy a new car, you know, sight unseen, right? Yeah, so, I mean, it makes sense.
Anyways. My boyfriend and I met through a sex dating app, and months later we became official. We have seen each other since September and started dating in January. We are exclusive and monogamous, but he still gets girls who text him to ask for sex. And then in parentheses it says, he deleted the app, but they still have his number.
Dang.
Okay.
So they're still texting him?
I have a hard time believing that. I think he still has it. In addition, he has a girl best friend who used to be a former friends with benefits. She's married, open marriage relationship, but doesn't have many friends, so she texts him constantly. The combination of girls reaching out to him and his best friend is flaring up my insecurities and anxiety. I talked to him about this, and he's trying to be transparent. When someone texts him, he tells me about it. He also talked to his friend to make sure she knows he does not want sex. How do I overcome my insecurities and trust issues?
Oh boy. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. I think you already did, or you're both already taking good steps in being transparent about it, because I think that's really important in a situation like this with so many moving parts. But I don't know, as far as overcoming your insecurities, that comes from inside. I don't think there's anything that he could do that could make you feel better more than what he's already doing. I mean, he could stop talking to them in general. That would probably help immensely, but I don't know if you guys are there in that relationship. If you don't want him to stop talking to them and stop be friends, then I could see how that could be difficult. I think that's the only thing that he could do is stop talking to the other women in general, and I honestly feel like he's got to have that app still, because
right, like because I mean I don't know how it is from a girl's side, but for me, like as a guy, if like I hit a girl up and 2-3 times and she obviously doesn't seem interested, I lose her phone number. And if it's the other side, how do girls do the same? I don't know if it's different. Maybe, I mean, because there has to me, he has to be kind of leaving breadcrumbs or doing something to keep them to keep texting him back, kind of thing. Cause I would think if he's like, we're not having sex, then they probably would find somewhere else to go.
I think really the only option is to tell him, hey, this makes me really uncomfortable, and I can't deal with. Sorry, there's a cat right here. Okay, bye. What was I saying? If you're not whole as a person, you can't give your whole self to someone else. That's just not how it works.
Yeah.
So if you're insecure and you have these insecurities, I mean, we're always growing, we're always changing, so you have to communicate those with your partner. But if you're coming from a place of that much insecurity in a culture of open marriages and all that, then it's going to be difficult.
Well, and it's not for everybody.
It isn't.
Not everybody can actually
It's a lot of open relationship
grow
questions
and say, I'm not going to be insecure with this, because I mean that's not for everybody. Everybody's going to have their limits, and you get to that certain point. Some people, actually I think a lot of people aren't going to go past them. And not without kind of sacrificing some part of themselves to keep going, and then there's kind of
then
like
you're
a
gonna
powder
resent
keg.
each other.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I think that would lead to. So it doesn't seem good. I think everybody needs to figure out their boundaries and then figure out what is going to make them mesh well together. Some people may not have any boundaries, and some people have a very tight, small little boundary.
Yeah.
And those two people may not be
compatible.
Yeah. So.
I have a problem. Hey guys, so I have this coworker, and she's really pretty, and we have a lot in common. We danced really close last night, and I like her. We connected on so many levels, and we talk a lot. The problem is that I like her a lot, and she has a boyfriend for like 12 or something years. 12 or something years?
She should have had a husband for 12 or something years, because that... I'm sorry, but like I hear this not all the time, but every time I hear somebody say like, you've been we were boyfriend and girlfriend for that long, I feel like that's like what are you waiting for? I mean, I guess
some people don't believe in marriage.
Maybe, I guess not. That seems weird, but I mean, granted too, I mean it sounds like he's got like a flirty work friend. Yeah. Which is not uncommon. Some people. Whoa. I'm sorry? No, but I mean, like, it's like, it's not, I don't think what they have is something that's, crazy, and, sometimes someone always thinks that they're they put a little bit more into it than the other person. The other person just likes the little bit of a thrill, you know, because she's had a long relationship for 12 years.
Yeah,
and
she wants like that attention. Like
yeah,
wants.
so she may not see as much, or may not be reading into it as much as he is.
That's true.
Type thing, you know, it could be one of those things that where he would say something and she would be like, I have a boyfriend, or you know, I'm sorry you misread this or something. I don't know.
So basically, the answer is do nothing, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean,
you can't really do anything without really putting yourself out there. One,
true,
and really kind of destroying a friendship if you have one already there too. So it's like,
and also the work aspect of it too. Like I don't really like. When I was younger, still in college, I had a job where, like, we were all friends, we all hung out together, some of us started all, you know, kind of the typical young, you know, kind of thing.
Everyone sleeps with each other, basically.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And very quickly, everybody starts learning everything about each other, and there are no more, like, secrets, and suddenly people you don't really know that well know a lot about you, and it's not the greatest thing in the world. So I'm a firm believer of don't eat where you shit. So don't, you know... Granted, I don't have a reason to because you know we're so in love. But even if not, it's not a good thing to mix that.
You can really get yourself into something.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like granted, when I was in college, it was a college job. It wasn't going to be my career to pursue in that place. It was, if I got let go, they'd be doing me a favor type deal. So there's that kind of aspect to it, but I don't know. I just don't like to share that much with people that are like my coworkers. That's my own personal feel, but also like dating somebody at work has just a recipe to go south really bad. Yeah.
This one is a funny one. Do any couples on here go clubbing or go to party islands together?
So like Ibiza?
Yeah.
Ibiza?
Yes. So, me and my fiance are getting married next month. I've always wanted to go to a party island like Ibiza or an island in Thailand and just turn the fuck up.
Yeah.
I suggested it to my fiance and he turned me down saying he wants to go too, but with the lads. He's honestly my best friend and we do everything together. I know he wants to be a good husband and a family man, but why can't he just let loose with me and go wild? I've been clubbing before I met him and it was always so much fun. I'm sure it'd still be so much fun getting wasted and high as fuck with him on an island somewhere. But he doesn't want to share that side of him with me and reserves it for the lads. Are there couples on here that do that sort of thing with each other, and how is it? So we actually rave together all the time. I think that is one of, because like I raved before I met him and it was always cool because like, you're with your friends and all that. But when you go with a partner, it's so much more fun.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we actually have a friend couple that don't like to go to shows together, and we find it very, very odd, and we always comment on it that it's very odd because
not to them, just to each other.
Well, yeah, yeah, exactly. But but it was just like because I'm like I would like to go sometime with my friends, but for 99 times out of 100, I'd rather go with you and our friends because I like her group of friends, she likes my group of friends, so we all mesh well together. Yeah. And I just have a lot more fun with you there. Like, everybody, has their own taste, but we if we ever run into trouble or something like that, I know that I can count on her, she can count on me, those kinds of things. We know each other's limits really well. We know how to watch out for each other. Yeah. And not to mention we like the same music mostly, so of course we want to, like if you're going to one thing, of course I'm going to want to go to one thing. And I find it a little weird if you were like, no, it's just me and the girls.
I mean, like there has to be some context there though.
Yeah, okay, alright.
Because obviously he, like we don't have that problem, luckily, because we communicate everything to each other. I think we both think that's really important. So, I think if you really, what you should do is maybe ask him, like, why don't you want to share that part of your life with me? Because they are getting married.
True.
And...
Yeah, I guess in that context, maybe he views this as a bachelor party. And that's what he wants to do for his bachelor parties. He just wants to go out with the lads. Okay, that's a valid.
Yeah.
I mean, from like there
like
on out.
ever?
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, this is how it's gonna
But
be.
I am your wife.
Yeah.
I am your wife. I'm the greatest good you are ever gonna get.
Exactly. It's like, then you need to stay home. You know.
Yeah.
And like that's just weird.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it works for some people. Like, some people, like our friends, can go to things separately, and it's not an issue.
Yeah,
and
I think it's mostly because they don't
issue.
like the same music. Yeah, I think that's more or less what it is. Where it's like he would like to go to some shows, and she would like to go to others, and they're like, no, I don't like that. So,
but they trust each other, you know. Like,
and I think that's key.
It is key because if you're kind of like, why does it? Because to me, I'm not gonna lie, but I am a pretty jealous person. But to me, when I read that, I'm like, he only wants to go with his boys. Like, why? Like, if they're gonna get, you know, fucked up and like turn up, like, and he doesn't want her to be there. Like, to me, that's kind of like a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
I think it said that they were like 22, 23, and they're getting married.
Yeah.
Like, maybe these are kind of things that you need to like discuss before you get married. Doesn't seem like the best start, but yeah, communication for sure.
Yeah.
Read that one.
Okay. Okay. My boyfriend checks his phone during sex. How is that even logistically possible?
You just
Like,
you just grab the phone, check really quick.
Well, I brought up this issue to him in the past. He recently did it again. I feel extremely disrespected.
So she's already brought it up.
Yes. But I don't know if it's something worth breaking up for.
I would break up.
What
with
is
him.
he looking at? That is really the bigger issue right there. You know?
Oh,
I mean,
true.
True. I mean, maybe I know. I work in IT, and I kind of have to have my phone next to me all the time. Because if I get an email, I'm responsible for responding to it in a timely manner. Maybe he's a doctor.
Bruh.
I don't know. But those are the kinds of things that would shed a little bit more light on this. I mean, if he's
need more information.
if he's just getting text messages from people, like that's fucking weird.
Like, is she like on top and he's just like scrolling on his phone? It doesn't make any sense.
He's just like, that's a good one. Like,
Double tap.
Yeah.
If I saw that, I would get up.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I would not, like, that's so rude. Like, I mean, imagine if I was doing
that would kill him
like,
for me totally.
Yeah.
A few inches later.
Just like, what are you doing? What is so important right now in the middle of this that you're checking your phone?
I would be hurt. I think I'd be like, I must be really bad at this.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, that's messed up. That's really messed up. That's all that question deserves because...
I think it is worth breaking up for him. He's something that's like, he's drawn a line. He's like, no, I need to have freedom to check my phone whenever, whatever.
Yeah. Are you sure he's not, like, secretly filming you or something? Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is the purpose of that?
Mm-hmm.
My boyfriend slapped me and held me down by my throat over a fight about bleaching my hair. I'm sitting here scared, not knowing how.
You want.
I'm sitting here scared and not knowing what to do. I'm in a long-term relationship with a guy. We've been together 3 years. Recently decided to bleach my hair. Oh, okay. And he's...
I'm sorry. He's 21 and he is 40.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
that's interesting.
I recently decided to bleach my hair and it didn't turn out well and it stressed me out. I didn't take his shampoo idea of mixing the blue dye to take out the orange and he got really, really mad. He got in my face in the kitchen yelling in front of his mom and nephew, and then when I came into his room to get my stuff to go home, he threw me on the bed and grabbed me by the throat to hold me down. I tried to kick him off and he slapped me really hard. Now I'm terrified and don't know what to do. Do I waste 3 years together over this one incident? Do I leave and never look back? I just don't know anymore. Yes, you leave.
Wow.
You leave.
Yeah.
Because once somebody puts their hands on you, one time, they think that they can do it forever. So, yeah, I think that he should leave.
Yeah, and especially, I mean, something so simple, especially as a guy, like if I messed up my hair, like if I bleached my hair and screwed it up,
Yeah.
big whoop-de-freaking do. I'd shave my head, dye it again. It's gonna be back in a couple months anyways.
Well, I think
but
it's
that's
just a
besides
weird
the point,
thing,
anyways.
yeah.
It is besides the point. But I mean, it's just such a minor thing to
Right.
blow up so
I think
much
that's what you were
over.
trying to say.
Yeah, that's where I was.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is where I was going with that one. But it's to me that's just. I mean, they've been together for 3 years. Maybe he's been holding it back for a long time, and this finally made him snap.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, it's probably just gonna get worse and worse.
It will
and
get
worse
worse.
than that, you know,
Yeah.
because I mean, holy hell.
Yeah, that's such a severe reaction to someone else, like your significant other's botched hair job.
The level of like restraint and like possibly that's okay in their family.
Camera keeps shutting off. Both look back at the drink.
Yeah, make sure it didn't fall. It's on your side of the bed though, so it wouldn't be so bad.
Wow. Okay. So we have one more question. You want to read this one? Because
Okay.
my brain's frying.
Really? Alright. Okay, so why does my boyfriend's friends seem to avoid looking at me?
Uh-huh.
I already have some
Inklings as to
yes, exactly. So, in situations where it's just my boyfriend, his friend, and myself, the friend only seems to make eye contact with my boyfriend. Furthermore, if I sit down near him, he gets straight up and leaves.
why. Mm-hmm.
So, one time my dog was sitting on the end of the couch and I was on the other, and since my dog, who's fairly big, was on the couch, the friend had to sit closer to the middle. Well, as soon as my dog got down, the friend immediately shuffled over.
Okay.
Alright, so, I'm kind of shy and pretty awkward, I guess, so I'm worried my shyness has kind of ruined any chances of befriending this person myself. Or maybe he straight up doesn't like me, but he'll tag me in the odd meme once in a while on Facebook, so I don't know. If he didn't like me, why would he bother? So, my first assumption is he likes her. He has a crush on her, and because his friend is with her, he's trying, that's the best he can do to kind of bury it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he obviously can't, you know, change the way he feels.
Yeah.
So that's the best way.
Keeping his distance.
Exactly. That's the best way he can, you know, get around it, I guess. Maybe not the most mature approach, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he can do. How long he can do that for, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Especially if he's tagging her and stuff.
Yeah,
and not
exactly.
talking to her. There's obviously that's kind of odd.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have the history of how well they know each other. Oh, no, I guess she's saying befriend. So they aren't friends. They don't know each other that well. So yeah, I would think he's got a crush on her.
I think so.
And
too.
he
either really doesn't like her,
But
or likes her.
I don't tag people I don't like in
That's
things.
true. That's true. Without trying to complicate it, he probably likes her. Because I guess we're.
I think, yeah. I think everyone would agree that that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, that's it for all of those questions. This was fun.
It was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Excuse to day drink.
yes, quarantine though.
That's quarantine, baby.
Well,
Should be over soon.
I hope so. But yeah, maybe we'll do more videos together in the future. If you guys have any suggestions of what you want us to do, then obviously leave it in a comment, whatever. It's obviously been a long time since I've made a video, so maybe I need to introduce Darren a little bit or something. I don't know. I still need to introduce myself properly. But yeah, this was fun, and I hope that some of these questions maybe helped you if you're in a similar situation, although some of these questions were a little out of left field.
Yeah.
Not common.
True.
But yeah, thanks, honey.
Yeah, and I would point out that maybe don't take everything that you read on Reddit seriously, especially when it comes to relationship advice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jaded people on the internet, so
Yeah.
you know, maybe ask for help, but you know, really, I think you're gonna kind of find the answers on your own in most instances.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's
but
true.
You gotta do what's right for you.
Listen to your heart.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks guys. Thanks for watching,
Alright.
and we will see you in the next video. Bye. We did it.